Hey everyone, welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over something and just honestly asking for a lot of your opinions and thoughts in the comments down below. So whatever I'm going to be talking about at that specific time, please feel free to go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you guys are thinking. Whether Rockstar Games decides to actually look at this video or not, I have no idea, but wouldn't that be amazing to actually get a lot of things in the same spot? However, that being said, we've all given our feedback, especially since day one, and Rockstar has failed to implement anything that the player base has actually asked for. So whether they actually will listen to a video and other suggestions, probably not likely to happen, but at least we have an opportunity to go ahead and vent our frustration and honestly even give our opinions and feelings about things that could drastically improve the Red Dead Online experience. Now, I do think that Red Dead Online has a huge amount of potential. I do think that it could be a much better game than even Grand Theft Auto Online. The environment is so much better, the graphics are so much better, the immersion is so much better, but the things that they've actually put within, or the content itself, is a little bit lackluster. And it honestly doesn't matter if you guys have liked any of the prior updates or not. This is completely different. So I'm asking for ideas about something that needs to either be improved or 100% needs to be added to the game. Your opinions matter to me, so leave them in the comments down below. Now, anyway, a little bit about me. I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online since day one. And if you don't believe me, you guys can go ahead and check out the videos that I have released here on the channel, because it will prove that I have been participating since the very beginning. Yes, I know I took a few months off because honestly, I think Red Dead Online is dying and still is dying. And that's why a lot of players are deciding to go off and play a lot of other games. Now, is there any game, or are there a lot of games out there that can keep player base high for even after 3 years? No, it doesn't always happen, but I feel like there has been a lot of missed opportunities by Rockstar, specifically within Red Dead Online. And I'm actually going to go ahead and back up that with statistics later from websites that are actually out there, including even statistics from Steam. So if you guys specifically are playing on the PC or not. However, I am going to show you guys one thing prior, so hopefully it's a little bit accurate. I can't guarantee its accuracy by any means, but I feel like that it's actually fairly good. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on. So many players in the past have actually told me that they feel that the immersion within Red Dead Online is real. And what do I mean by that? Well, you should be playing as the gender that you really are, and that it's the Wild West, and there should only be outlaw things out there. Number one, I'm going to point out that obviously it's a game, it's role-playing, it's designed to do whatever you want to do, and that is the beauty of it. So it's not, if you were to thinking that it's like real life and you can only play as a gender that you are, well, I can tell you that during this specific time period that it was not only criminal based or outlaw based. There was a lot of things that were for the law, and if you don't believe me, go ahead and read your history, or you're not educated enough in the Wild West to actually know that there are a lot of things that are on both sides of it. Are there more that were outlaw? Yeah, because those are the things that we heard about, but obviously laws were in place, and there were lawmen that actually went after the outlaws, and that has been proven time and time again throughout history. If it even is done inside of Red Dead Redemption 2, and even during the story mode of Red Dead Online. Don't believe me? Play it again. You're gonna see. So it's a game. That's the first thing that I want to go ahead and mention. And it doesn't matter how anybody plays or what gender they play as or how they decide to play it. It's still a game. It's their experience. It's how they want to play the game. And by all means, that is perfectly fine. And that's how it should be. Now, moving on from there, I want to give some ideas, and I want to get your ideas about things that actually need to be implemented. And I'm only going to give one idea because I don't want to need to make this video 100 minutes long, because I've got a lot of ideas that I believe that could thoroughly make Red Dead Online so much better. But so many people are going to say heist, but I want specifics, like what type of heist, what, when, how, where, everything. Like going to Saint Denis might be harder to rob something, say, than Tumbleweed or say Valentine or even a smaller town as Ansburg. So there's got to be like a balance with that. So, and even in real life robbers like Jesse James targeted smaller towns specifically for that reason. So just keep that in mind, that there was reasons why they went to certain places. It wasn't, hey, I'm just going to go rob the biggest and baddest bank because you know what? That's going to get me the most amount of money. And honestly, be realistic with the amount of money that you would receive from a heist anyway. Most people, even back then, would be lucky enough to get $5,000, $10,000, and that is probably pushing it to the absolute max as far as how much money you would actually make. Now, whether you actually rewarded that in the game, no, not likely. You're not going to pull off one major heist and get $5,000 in the game. The market would be completely saturated and things would be inflated so high that it would be insane. So make it realistic. Would you get $500 for a big heist? Would you get 1,000? What is it? But there has to be other things too. Those are just some examples, but I want to go and focus on the law side of it. We already have an honorable system, so dishonorable all the way up to honorable, and I've been saying this for a very long time that they should implement a sheriff role. Now this would be perfect, especially for people that really want to see heists being added to the game, and as far as the role-playing element goes, it would be perfect. So you would get an alert like you would with any type of event, and this is specifically from a sheriff law. So the only way you'd be able to participate in this is if you were on the honorable side of things, and the only way that you'd be able to participate in the heist is if you were on the dishonorable side of things. But you could change that whenever you want, and you could be a part of both. So what do I mean by that? Say there's already where you can actually change your honorable side of things by going to the old man and actually changing it, or you can do things to actually change it. So once you get to that honorable side, then you can start participating in the sheriff. Say if we know that somebody's going to be robbing a bank, say in Blackwater, you can actually either one, prevent it, or if that doesn't work because of coding, you could actually get an alert like you would with some of the events that would actually give you information about, hey, a heist went down, this is what's going on, this is the reward, you want to participate in it, have fun. That would give you basically the heist or the outlaws a reason to kind of fear what other players are potentially doing on the server. Instead of necessarily griefing to grief, you're basically griefing because you were given an event to participate because a specific player, another player on the server, just got done robbing a bank. Now, is that always going to be in favor of the lawman or the sheriff role? No, because the person that's the outlaw would have every right to defend themselves against the honorable person, so they could actually get out of that. There's a lot of things that I think could easily be done in order to just have so much more fun with it, and I'm not going to get into all the specifics again. It would take way too long, but that's just one idea that I would have. So basically, any time that you do a heist, there would be a potential for a negative issue to happen within that thought, just like it would in real life. If you decide to do something illegal, there is a chance that you could get caught and you're going to basically be punished for it. If so many people are saying that, hey, let's do that like real life, and that you should only be playing as the gender that you're playing, that you are in real life, that you should be as in the game, then start doing that. There was repercussions for robbing a bank even back in the 1800s. Just throwing that out there. But that's just one side of things. I would like to know more specifics about what you guys would like to see. But anyway, what I would like to do now is get into statistics and kind of prove to you guys that Red Dead Online is slowly dying and something drastically needs to be done in order for it to be safe. Now, this is the first website that I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys. Whether the numbers are 100% accurate or not, I can't verify that. But it seems like it should be okay to actually look at, and we can actually see that over time, Red Dead Online is slowly dying. Now, every time that we actually go ahead and get an update, whether big or small, or even things like the Outlaw Pass for the Halloween Pass, you're going to see a little bit of an uptick on things, or even like the issue that we had with the Bounty Hunter role that was added from level rank 20 to rank 30 with the prestigious Bounty Hunter. We had a little bit of an uptick in players, but then it instantly dropped off and has been dropping off a lot since that release. Now we have a little bit more players that are playing, but it's not even as high as it was back when the Halloween pass was offered last October. And honestly, I can show you guys January of 2021 was lower than January of 2020 by a lot, by basically 20%. So if you're losing 20% of your entire player base year after year after year, it's not going to take long for you to not either one, make money, or to continue to keep developing content for a game that is continuously losing players. And this is honestly because Rockstar isn't developing stuff that fans want them to do. Now, I don't want to see Rockstar just develop content that fans want to see done. If you're going to make an outlaw side of things, you should make an honorable side of things. And that's how I feel like a balance could really be done, because I feel like in this game, not everybody wants to play as an outlaw. I think a majority of people do. But myself, I would actually like to try both, because I want to see what it would be like to target somebody that does something negative within the game. We already have the bounty system out in place, so why not use it and take advantage of that? You just get a much bigger bounty because someone participated in a heist. Why not? That's simple. The coding is already potentially there. It just needs to be improved. But anyway, you can see that over time it has dropped off a lot, and these months are probably some of the lowest. And then the last month, just this last month, was the lowest it has been ever. And that's based on all different variations of being able to play. So whether it's on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, or whatever other platform that you might be playing on. So 11,000 players on average per hour. It's not much. If you look at a lot of other games, I mean, this is ranked 44 for the current players. There's a reason for that. But it's also 7th for the highest amount of players. But I think that's honestly because, well, we just got an update. I give this a few months and they don't add anything in. Be curious to see what it's actually like. But moving on to Steam, you can actually see that this is actually even worse according to the PC side of things specifically, and I believe these numbers like 99%. So you can see that the average amount of peak players, or the peak players, has actually increased by a lot. I mean, we've got double the amount of players that were playing just since last month on PC. Now, the average amount of players has only gained about 23%, but if you look at this over time, this only goes back to December of 2020, but we went from 18,000 to 3,000 in only 6 months. That tells you that Reddit Online is suffering. Either one, players are getting bored because of the content that Rockstar is putting out, or a lot of other factors. And I'm going to say something that I've been wanting to say for quite some time, is that the community itself is a very, very toxic community, and I personally have been targeted, and I know a lot of other players have been as well, whether they're content creators or not. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, leave your thoughts and opinions down below. I've shown you guys the numbers that it's slowly dying. Something drastically needs to be done. This is one of the reasons that I decided to actually leave a few months ago. I wanted to try the update. I don't know how much more I'm actually going to do. There's a lot of other games that I feel like are a lot better for potential that are out there, and even games that are older that are experiencing a lot more viewership than this game out there. But honestly, I want your guys' support. I would like you guys to check out a lot of the videos that I put out there about different games, and even upcoming games that are going to be coming here in the very near future. But if you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.